Hello. Hello, and welcome to our live stream today. This is David, your host, and I want to welcome everybody here. No countdown today because we just wanted to start and get into it. Today, we're going to talk about our success strategy live, and we're also going to talk about successful strategies. We'd like to thank you for joining me today, all that have joined me. As usual, we want you to be with us. And hello. And then down in the bottom left hand corner, there's successstrategy.live, successful strategies, where you can go there, where we'll be previewing this website. It is a podcast that deals with these types of situations as far as to make yourself a winner and to make yourself better as a person. So we like the fact that you can make changes and be what they say nimble with your situation. So this particular podcast rolls that way. So it has scenarios and situations within that can help you. So the average podcast length is about between 15 and about an hour, about 15 minutes and an hour. So I want to thank everyone for being here, and we really appreciate you. So if you weren't here to get on time, that's fine. If you're working or whatever else you have, we understand. And so we're getting it together. And then our chat room is now open. So, and hello, everybody there. So, let's get on with it. We always talk about being the best, and we always talking about how you can improve yourself. And one successful strategy that works and it has never failed throughout history is that your thoughts and your actions have to be in alignment. So, if you have in your mind that you are going to do something and then you actually do it, then it's going to happen. It may not happen your time, it may happen in God's time, or it may happen immediately. It just depends on where you're at in life and how much of a belief do you have. And that belief is going to carry your faith, and that faith is going to carry you through to complete your task. And if the task is not meant for you, you have to learn to understand the signs and symptoms of why it's not working for you. It may not be your time, or it may be your time and you have to go in a different direction. All of us encounter these types of situations. What makes those situations great is that they train you to be disciplined and they train you to stay on the path. Even if you stray off that path, if it's meant for you, then you'll get back on that path. The hardest thing in life is to be consistent. That is hard. If you weren't raised that way, if you don't have that type of discipline in your heart and your mind, and those two things line up, then it's just very hard to overcome. We stay in abundance here, and dreams to reality is that we want those big dreams to a bigger reality. And sometimes you can have multiple realities. It just depends on where you're at in life. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to be a negative in your life. What we are here in this particular group is to honor others with non judgment, but also to help others and others to help us. So this is very important. One of the big things about being of service is that everybody knows and it exudes from you. So those people that are in this group that are mentors, those people that are in this group that have followers, those people that are in this group that are moving forward, understand that. We don't assume, we just see by your actions. So this is a very big, very, very big pillar of our group. your actions, your thoughts always are in alignment. Your faith comes with that. So you're always walking with faith. I'm glad to see those that are on, and you can go ahead and if you would like to chat, you can chat. One of the things about it is that you can go in here, the bottom left, and that there, we're going to put that in the chat. You can go ahead and get in there and do what you need to do if you want to be a part of the chat. So that's fine. So chat.restream.io/FB for Facebook. So we're looking forward to seeing people in more of our chats and more activity. So that'll come from me and that'll come from you. And that's our promise, is that we're going to make sure that everybody has what they need. We don't want to be the be all, know all, see all. What we want to do is just be the facilitator of great conversations, great chats, great situations all the way around. And that's the important part about it. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to the Success Through Strategy, which is the podcast, which is the official podcast of Dreams to Reality. Let's see if we can make it bigger here. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go over here. Now, this is the actual Success Through Strategy podcast. Okay, successstrategy.live. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is our Success Through Strategy, Business and Health for the Modern Times. All right, we're just going to go over the front page, and you have, here you go. You got your episodes, you got your videos about our store, which we're still working on. We'll have that finished here soon. Reviews, you can review, sponsors. And then this is Tangler.live, which is something that has been built with a 3D environment and avatars that people can go in. And this does cost, but it's very good. It is a live streamer. So we'll go over that in another so many days when we have our official app live. This app is currently in the App Store. So great. Okay, and here's a contact. You can become a member. Okay, you can reach out to us on Instagram, Discord, Twitch, and then this is your, if you want to look something up, your search, okay? And then here's you can follow, okay? Now, down here, if you press this button, you can go in here and you can leave a voicemail. So it says, click below to send a voicemail to Success Through Strategy. So you'll press this button here, and then it'll ask you, and then you can leave a voicemail instead of leaving an email. We would like you to leave an email, but if you just want to do something really quick, you can use that, okay? All right. And this was made with Podpage, so you can find about that. I'm not going to discuss it. Okay. So now, Success Through Strategy, Business and Health for the Modern Times. There's our all-around logo. Anytime you see this logo, that's David Norford, one of his companies, okay? So we've got our recent episodes, which we'll talk about in a second. And this is the possibility of winning with a basic formula, which this particular live stream, we're not going to get into it a lot. We're going to just touch the surface, but you can listen to this. This is about a 29-minute podcast. It has no pictures. It just has this. So, and it's all, you can see, in here, and then you can talk to me about it later. Okay. And then this is discipline to work online. And this is for a site called texasgreat.work. And as you guys have seen this particular one, which is what I've described, Jobs AI on deck, jobsai.work. So the discipline to work online, that goes along with our other podcast that we did, if I'm not mistaken, on the 7th, March 7th, 2022. And this is Giving the New Year a Go, the hope of the new year. This is Contemplating Greatness, show 3, Contemplating Greatness through the eyes of experience. Then we have Leaders Create Their Own Stress, show 2. Being a leader creates stress from actions unforeseen, since solutions are always around you. So some of the pictures tell what's going to be in here. And these are all the pictures that I actually did for these particular situations and podcasts. Okay. So right now you can sign up here with your email. Okay. You can subscribe. Okay. You receive email from this podcast, which you can do. Okay. And if you would like to donate, you can donate on PayPal here. And this is where we're at. And this is just some of the places where we're at. Okay, you've got Apple Podcasts, we're there. We're on Spotify, we're on Google Podcasts, we're on Castro, and we have a bunch of other ones too. But these are some of the main ones. And this is the RSS feed if you would like to attach it to your website. Okay, now one of the big is with the Google Podcast. You can put my name in; it'll come up. Okay, or you can put success through strategy. Okay, and there it is, successstrategy.live. And then when you go into Google, you just put success through strategy podcast and you'll see it. And then an Apple Podcast, all of these you can do that, my name or success through strategy, and make sure that through is THROUGH. Okay, so let's go in here and let's see, let's view all the podcasts. Okay, here you go. All right, there's these. Okay, we went over these. All right, there's successful strategies, this going to work, blah blah. Okay, Contemplating Greatness Show 3, Leaders Create Their Own Stress. We just went over that. Okay. And then we got this one, Success Through Strategy Show 1, what we're all about. And then we got the show launch, the launching of our weekly show, Understanding Higher Vibrations, how to live with your new level of succeeding. You can click on these and they'll go right to the podcast page. All right. Dealing with low vibrations, how to overcome and not let the haters ruffle your feathers. So we got the green-eyed monster, right? Okay, then the state of ugly, what you see in others may be what you see in yourself, the coincidences and solutions. And then we have the mask and equitable stress, recognizing and conquering stress accordingly. So these are all listening podcasts. And then this is a motivational one. One of them, a motivation to complete the missions on finish first. So you see, we've got the cheetah because you want to finish first. Cheetahs are fast, so there's a connotation. All right, then we got no rest, no fear, the beauty of being unfettered. Excuse me. And then we've got the first one, which is way back. Okay, positive number 1, the way to being positive in a simplistic format. Okay, that's that. All right, so we're there. All right, then this tells you about us. Business and health for the modern times. That's all we needed to put. We probably should be, more descriptive here. But this is what I wanted, and so I did it. And then our store, which I said we're going to finish up, and then our reviews. I think we might have one, but you can leave a review, and you can also rate on Apple Podcasts. So if you listen and you like what you see, please rate us. Okay, we would love it. Okay, and then we have our sponsors page, and these are all the companies that sponsor us. NDH Global Inc. And we got great coaching. If you want coaching, life coaching, and it'll go to the websites, and Tangler Live, which is fine. Jobs AI, find a job that fits your life. Okay. And these are all the ones that support me. Okay. Now, one of the things about donating is donate enough so that we can use it to help others. And that's what we're looking for. So it's important, very important. So there we go. All right. So now we're back here. Okay. So the one thing that you should get out of this particular live stream is that your thoughts and your actions have to coincide together. They have to meet. When they meet, that's when the magic happens, we should say. Or maybe I should say, that's when the conduciveness happens for you and to you. There's a difference because as you move forward, the doors start opening up. Doors that weren't for you close. And so when they close, it's because they're either it's not their time, or you're not ready, or they're just not meant for you. So those are some of the thoughts that you have to contemplate. And when you contemplate those thoughts, you don't dwell on them. You just keep moving forward. It's like you're a newborn baby. Let's say you were born. Okay. So you have people that doted on you and loved you. But then when you start turning 1.5, you start walking, or 2 or 3, those, they tell you not to touch the stove. So then one day you go touch the stove, you get burnt. Okay. So now stove is a no-go. And it's the same concept, the very same concept. What makes everything better with life is that you're constantly learning. You only get old when you stop learning, when you believe that you know everything. And that's when all the negatives set in for you. Sometimes we think and it goes into our body. And these are principles in all the spiritual books that we have here on earth, regardless of what it is. So I take the good with the bad so I don't get had. Let's just say that. So everyone here that's in our group, I'm sure, has went through everything. Right now, we're going to take a little break and let our avatar go ahead and announce Success Strategy Live.
Success and strategy go together to create winners. The only way to increase your upward mobility is to stay focused, be positive, and continue to move forward. Stay on your square every day. SuccessStrategy.live is the lifestyle application that will propel you to greatness.
So there you have it. He's pretty good at what he does. So all of my avatars, they're interesting because they work 24/7. They don't complain. They always show up to work on time. They never give me any trouble. I don't have to buy them a health plan. Okay. And they just do their job. And when I need them, they're always available 24/7. So that's a very big situation. So when we live in the attitude of artificial intelligence, they're a part of that artificial intelligence. So that's what they are. They're avatars. So all of their last name is avatars. So one day we'll have a live stream about who they are and what they do, so you can get a kind of feel about who and why do they work for me, and they actually work with me. So it's great. It's a great job of programming, a great job of development. Now, since your thoughts and your actions are in alignment, then being your best, you can always accomplish that throughout the day, each day. When you think you're not at your best, then that's when your thoughts and your actions pull away from each other. And then what comes back is that type of chaos. And that type of chaos is what causes the stress. So you're going to have moments where you are stressed out. Okay, that's normal. You're only human. The problem is to figure out, and the solution is to figure out they have to run in the same part, and they have to run concurrent. They have to run concurrent. And when they run concurrent, then you can get to the positive side. You can jump to that positive side and get out your competitive mind and into your creative mind. Because as long as you're in your competitive mind, you're never going to move forward. Because if you have some kind of ism and you're mad, or it's ideology you don't like, or somebody has triggered you, you cannot think what the possibilities and solutions are. We all go through it. So the whole thing is, they'll tell you to control your emotions. I'm going to tell you to do those situations in your mind to where you can get back to your creative side, so that now the solutions can flow and those messages can come for you. This is a very important topic. Very, very important. I'm not the harbinger of new information. This information has been around for centuries, but it's in this group we're repurposing the information to benefit everybody. So I'm sure a lot of people know about it in the group, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know about it. But we're going to put it in your face, and that way you can't say nobody didn't tell you, or you didn't know. So we're putting it out here, and that's part of the information and the being of service, and to be what you need to be for the greater good. You know what I mean? So that's why we share your knowledge, contribute for the greater good. And that's the best thing that can happen. So what I would like to do in closing is say this: if I'm going to be my best, then I have to have my thoughts and my actions running together as one. So am I telling you to control your thoughts? What I'm telling you is to stay in your creative mind and to keep your thoughts on that level so that you can stay above it. Even if you're a coach sports. Yeah, there's a field of competition, but the athletes are only competing against themselves. And once the athletes realize that, then they can do their best. And as a coach, you're only competing against yourself. Anything you do in life, you're competing against yourself, because we have dual forces throughout the universe, and there's dual forces within us. We can go left, right, down, up, middle, whatever you want to call it. Now, it just depends on where you're at in life and how you feel about it. And once you feel and you keep your feelings to yourself and you use that feeling to drive you into your competitive mind without having any kind of issues, now you can keep moving forward. So this is all part of it. So in closing, I'm going to say that I am happy to be talking today. I am with gratitude for those that are listening, and I'm happy to be a part of this group and to be of service. As I always say, what I want for myself, I want for others. And as you go through the day and you go through your trials and tribulations this week, always remember it's about you first. And when it's about you and you've got people that follow you, whether they be kids, whether they be family, whether they be groups or at your job or you're the boss or however it is you're in a position of authority in your sphere of influence, make sure you stay in your creative mind so that when those problems arise, you can come up with solutions. Sometimes time takes time. Sometimes you just need to stop and listen. And like they say, smell the coffee. So, anyway, be blessed. Have a great week. And don't forget, you can always go on successstrategy.live and you can always have what you need to help you. So, have a great night and great times for the rest of the week.